Okay, we're calling this meeting to order. Adequate notice has been given. Today, September 6, 2017. Adequate notice has been given in accordance with the Sunshine Law. Notice has been published on December 7, 2016 in the Star Ledger, the official newspaper for the Township of Springfield, and posted in the Annex Building on December 30, 2016. We all rise for Pledge Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We have a few new members. We have roll call, please.
Yes, I'd just like to personally welcome the two new members, Sylviane Grabowski and Tara Bigmigno.
I'll just note that they
tell
have
us
been
a favorite color and
No, that's okay. I'll just do the roll.
And they have been duly sworn in.
Yeah.
Yes, and her hair.
purple. That's it.
Okay. Mayor Diane Stampoulis.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Maria Vasallo is absent. Mr. Jeff Tiger.
Here.
Ms. Victoria Saraceno.
Here.
Dr. Kristen Lobazo.
Here.
Mr. Michael Gonzalez.
Here.
Ms. Sylviane Grabowski.
Here.
Ms. Tara Begnino.
Here.
Vice Chair Paul Schneier.
Here.
And Chairman Jerry Fernandez.
Here.
Sir, we have a quorum.
Thank you. We have one announcement our attorney will make for me.
If anyone's here for the Veal Holdings application, that is continued to the October 4th meeting. It is possible that meeting may have its date changed. If so, that'll be noticed. Notice will be placed on the municipal board and in accordance with the OPMA. It's also possible that it may be at the November meeting, but you should check on the timing of that. And if you're here for that, come back on October 4th.
There will be no okay.
And there will be no renotice.
Correct.
Mr. Chair, can we make sure that the applicant's aware that, you know, the board had several concerns with the sewer, the traffic study, and so forth, that is completed?
All our concerns from the previous meeting will hopefully be addressed. If not, then they're going to not be able to come up again.
I'll say that Mr. Disco's memo was extremely detailed on those concerns as well. And I believe they have received a copy, and that may be one of the reasons why they are asked for continuance this evening.
Okay. All right. Let's go on to resolutions. Is there a motion?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve application 6-2017S, Summit Hill at Springfield 100 Stone Hill Road, block 1002, lot 2 for preliminary and final site plan with a variance for lot coverage for the pool house.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Mr. Tiger.
Absolutely.
Mayor Stampoulis.
Yes.
Ms. Saraceno.
Yes.
Dr. Lobazo.
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalez.
Yes.
Vice Chair Schneier.
Yes.
Chairman Fernandez.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay. Resolution. The second resolution. Is there a motion?
I'd like to make a motion for application 5-2017-S21 Fadum Realty for the minor site plan, overhead garage door, and parking changes.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Ms. Saraceno.
Yes.
Dr. Lobazo.
Yes.
Mayor Stampoulis.
Yes.
Mr. Tiger.
Yep.
Mr. Gonzalez.
Yes.
Vice Chair Schneier.
Yes.
And Chairman Fernandez.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. We have one application in front of us.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, can we just do the minutes real quick, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. We forgot all about that, didn't we? The approval of the minutes for August of 2017.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve the August 2017 meeting minutes.
Yes. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
Absent members.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, now I'm in a rush to get this application in. Baltoro Golf Club.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Russ Finestein, firm of Finestein Boy. I represent Baltoro Golf Club. This is an application for minor site plan approval for 2 proposed comfort stations on the golf courses. Both will be architecturally compatible with the rest of the club, and they both are well over 300 feet from any residence. I have just 2 witnesses. Kevin Vitale is the Chief Operating Officer and General Manager of the club, and Richard Sherman, who's the professional engineer who prepared the plans. So without further ado, Vitale.
That's a swear.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
Could you give your first and last name for the record, spelling your last?
Kevin Vitale, Vitale.
Go ahead.
For the record, could you just tell the board your position with the club?
General Manager and Chief Operating Officer.
And can you just tell the board the reason for this project?
The reason for the project is just more accommodations on the golf course. Walking 9 holes to the halfway houses approximately takes 2 hours, and we felt there was a need for more comfort areas for it, so we're just putting a couple bathrooms additional on the golf course.
I have no further questions.
That's
Mr. Vitale.
That's fine. No questions, or do you want?
I've got a question. This is really procedural. Were you close enough to the mountainside border that you had to notice mountainside of this meeting, hearing?
Well, this is a minor site plan.
So.
No notice on
Not
it.
no
You were
notice.
minor with no
Okay,
variances.
very good.
Oh, let me, you know what, I have one additional question. There was a question raised about lighting and when it would turn off. Just tell the board.
This will be very similar to the caddy area that we had, just in season, height of season, just when it gets dark, 9 o'clock. But it's really when the golfers are on the golf course, so it'll be maybe 9 o'clock at the height and 7:30 this time of year for the light at the bathroom.
Mr. Chair, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Will any of the light, we talked about being far from residents, will any of that light being able to be seen from any of the residents area, to your best of your knowledge?
Rusty? I don't, I-
Clearly, the one on on the upper will not be seen.
Yeah.
Or you'd have to really strain to see the one here.
Okay.
it's well over 300 feet, so
Okay.
it's a good distance.
Perfect, okay.
Thank you. I can call Richard Schomer.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do?
Can you please give your first and last name, spelling your last for the record?
Sure. Richard Schomer, Schommer. My name is on the plans, so you have that as well.
Mr. Schomer's testified as a professional engineer many times before this board. I would ask that he be allowed to testify as an expert.
Great. Thank you.
You want to review
Okay.
your plans?
Sure. I have on the easel a plan that's entitled Minor Site Plan Exhibit. It's different than the plans that were submitted. It's kind of a compilation, and it's been colorized for presentation. So if we want to mark
Is
that.
that A1?
A1.
So just to walk you through this, at the bottom of A1 is an overall plan, which was included as part of the plans submitted. So that shows the entire 500-acre Baltoro property. And that's really just to orient you. The 2 comfort stations identified as number 1 and 2. Number 1 is on the left-hand side of the property and on the page here. And that is also identified up here. And this comfort station is actually where there is an existing shelter. So there's an existing roofed shelter at this location, and this is simply going to be enclosed. So instead of having an open shelter, it will have walls around it, and that will be enclosed to provide the 2 bathrooms or comfort stations in that location. So that's an existing building, existing coverage, existing structure that's really getting modified and enclosed. Each of these will have service with water and sewer and electric power. There's a water line just to the south of this comfort station number 1 that we can connect into. There is a sewer line that runs through the Baltoro property that we can easily connect into. It's a few hundred feet away, so we're going to run a sewer line over to that. And electric will also be installed. It'll be underground. We have to run it quite a distance, actually, from this number 1 location. We have to run it over 1,000 feet to get to a power source, but it will be entirely underground. It is basically going to run along a cart path, but it'll all be buried, so it won't be visible. I know that was a question, I think, in Mr. Michael's report. So that's comfort station number 1. The second one is more towards the, well, it's to the right-hand side of the page, lower course. That will be a new structure, although where it is located, there is currently a shed. That shed will be relocated on the property somewhere out of sight. And it too will have connections for water. There's a water line a little bit to the south and west. There's a power source nearby. The sewer service for this comfort station has to run several hundred feet actually over to an existing sewer at the end of Richland Court, I think it is? Drive, thank you. So there's a manhole at the end of Richland Drive, so we'll be connecting into that. But it'll be an underground, of course, force main that we're going to pump over to connect into the public sanitary sewer there. These two buildings are a significant distance from the properties. I think to the nearest residential is over 300 feet. To any structure would be 300 or 500 feet or more. They're low. They're less than 15 feet in height, so they're small. And we have a rendering of each of them. I should have gone through these in sequence, but this is number one. So A2 is a rendering of the four sides of comfort station number one. Again, this is the one that is an existing shelter that's being enclosed. The stone at the corners is part of the shelter that's there, and then there'll be walls created on the to enclose it for the purposes. And comfort station number two is a new building. But it will also be small, low in height. It really provides a bathroom entrance on each side. Pretty straightforward. The lights are shown on here. The lights actually are on the sides. Actually on the sides here and the side here on each of these, which does not face the residence. So besides the fact that they're going to be small, lights just simply next to the door and won't be on for long periods of time, they're not facing directly towards the residence, so there'll be no intrusion upon neighboring properties by those. Oh, sure. For the one comfort station number two, it's in a heavily treed area, so we are showing 2 trees to be removed. We're going to try to retain all the other trees in that area. It's very well screened. And the other one is also well screened. So really we see no impact to neighboring properties. I don't know if there are any questions.
Raised about the pavement restoration on Richland Drive?
Yeah, any pavement restoration will take place on Richland Drive will conform to township specifications. So, and I believe we have a detail. I think we may have indicated that, but if not, that's certainly a given that it will conform to township specifications. And I think that covers the questions raised. But if Mr. Michaels or Mr. Disco has a question, or the board, of course.
Yeah, we'll go to our professionals there first, if that's okay. Gentlemen, I know, Mr. Disco, you had a few issues in your report. I don't know if...
In terms of the force main, was just a concern if there's going to be any venting of that?
No venting of the force main. It'll be a small diameter force main, and it'll connect into the manhole there. And I think you suggested perhaps that it connect in higher. Was that your comment?
Lower.
Lower, I'm sorry. Yes, and that's fine. That's fine.
I think he's addressed all of the other comments.
Yeah, he answered my one question. The only other thing, I take it that the renderings fairly accurately depict the colors that are proposed for the
Yes.
2 buildings?
Yes, this is the colors anticipated. Brick on the lower level. This is number 2. This is the new building, brick on the lower level, stone, stucco with wood trim. And number one, as I said, is an enclosure of an existing shelter. The stone at the four corners will remain, and then the panels will be stucco and wood trim on that one.
I have no other questions.
Okay. All right, anybody on the board? Paul, you all right? You guys, everybody there okay? This side? We're looking good? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
No problem. Take a vote. What's that? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about the public. Anyone from the public care to speak on this application? Seeing none.
I don't think I've ever been up here without a question for the public.
Don't jinx it. I'll see 6 people come running over. This is televised. They'll run over from their home.
Maybe that young lady will ask what a comfort station is.
Yeah. Okay, seeing no questions from the public.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve application 7-2017 as Baltoro Golf Course, 201 Shunpike Road, block 1605, lot 1, for the minor site plans for the on-course comfort facilities, we'll call them.
Is there a second?
I'll second. I'll second it.
All right.
Mr. Tiger?
Yes.
Dr. Lavazzo?
Yes.
Mayor Stampoulis?
Yes.
Ms. Saraceno?
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes.
Ms. Grzybowski?
Yes.
Ms. Bignino?
Yes.
Vice Chair Schneier?
Yes.
Chairman Fernandez?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you very much. No problem. We were coming anyway. Is it motion to adjourn?
Second.
We didn't get it first.
Were you making it
Is
or
there,
asking
is there,
for
I guess.
I'll
is
make a
there?
motion.
Well, hold on, wait.
Second.
We don't need to discuss the next meeting then, right? That was already discussed, so we're okay. Yep, okay, so let's go. Is there a motion? Was there a motion?
Yes, we got the
Yes.
motion.
And there was a second?
I'll second it, yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
Congratulations, guys. Congrats.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Take care.
I will see you.